where you don't address things immediately. And when you say things after you've bottled them up, because they're coming from a place of anger.
Yeah, they pile up.
Yeah. Exactly. So by the time you're saying what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you're just angry and done.
Yeah. True.
And I do believe that affects trust, because why are we addressing something today if it bothered you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Why aren't you... But you clearly, if you're telling me this now and you didn't tell me then, it's because you don't trust me enough with the emotion.
Hello everybody, welcome then to One Shende, the name of the channel, Ki One Shende. I am Theo Chaka, the host, and these are my lovely guests. On the far left of my hand is the man of the channel, One Shende himself. And then today we are joined by the lady who is going to be serving us with nothing but sizzlers and all that you need from the ladies. This is Fortunate.
Hi.
Hi. How are you guys doing, by the way? How are you guys doing?
I'm
doing well. How's you?
I'm fantastic. I'm ready to get into this. Today we're talking about relationship and trust, right? Mm-hmm. And we know what trust is, right? Yes. We know. Yeah. Not the trust that comes in a box. We know the trust.
Yeah. Oh my word.
Getting into this one.
Silicon trust.
That one. No, we're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about the trust between two people. How much we trust one another in the relationship. Yeah. So there's something that you need to realize in this. Once that trust is gone, it's very difficult to get it back.
Yeah.
But now what I want us to speak about, or what I want your help with, is how do we get that trust back if it's already gone? We came into this relationship, we're trusting one another, we've lost the trust. How do we regain it back? Yeah. Who wants to go first? Ladies?
Ladies first?
Yeah. The lady first.
Okay, well, I think it depends mostly on how did we lose the trust.
Yeah. Okay.
So if it's through cheating, it's something that it's very difficult to forgive.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. It's not just... Because you don't just wake up and decide you're gonna step on a relationship, but you plan this. You spoke to somebody outside of a relationship, you developed a whole other relationship. You shared something that you and I share with someone else. Yeah. So in order for me to trust you again and to be comfortable again with our relationship, I think we need to discuss, number one, why you stepped out of the relationship. Why did you cheat? I also think that therapy really helps.
True that.
I think that
professional therapy.
Professional
True
therapy.
that.
I think having a mediator really helps. I think not having your friend or your family, because obviously there's just someone to be biased.
Yeah. True.
So if you have a professional, somebody that you can discuss these relationships, these troubles and issues with, and someone that can sometimes even act as a translator.
Yeah.
Because you could say something to me and I may not receive it the way you are saying it.
Because I've lost that respect.
Exactly, Or I could say something to you and you may not hear what I'm saying. You may hear it but not receive what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So a professional to kind of break everything down for us. I think that's my 2 cents.
That was amazing.
So are you going to add the 2 cents with your 3 cents so that it's 50 cents?
For me, it's almost like trust is the responsibility of the perpetrator.
Okay.
To bring back the trust.
Okay.
So if I'm the victim, if you compromise the trust, it's not up to me for the thing to work. So I take it this way. If I'm sitting on a bench, right, and I fall, tomorrow when I sit on that bench, I'm not gonna sit with the same weight I sat with before. So meaning that the next day I'm gonna sit, but I'm not gonna apply my whole weight on it.
Yeah.
So if you compromise the trust, it's like I'm leaning on you. And then tomorrow I'm gonna lean on you, but I'm not gonna lean with the same weight.
How much is moved?
So it's up to the chair to convince me that I'm not gonna let you down again.
The question is how?
How do you do that? You consistently Communicate. If ever you compromise trust on communication, make sure that you consistently don't blunder. Consistently communicate properly with your soulmate. Or if you have lied, don't lie. Tell the truth. If you are not punctual, be on time.
True.
You know what I mean?
True that.
Yeah.
Now let's get into some things that kind of like affect trust. These things are known to affect trust.
Yeah.
Like they break the trust that we have.
Yeah.
And then we end up saying, oh, she has trust issues, he has trust issues. But it's only because of a couple of things that happen in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I want us to literally break them down and tell us why these things are able to break trust. So you want to go first, Wanshente?
Oh, trust can be broken by red flags. You know what I mean? Red flags from a guy can be not giving the woman attention. I don't wanna talk about the big things like cheating. Obviously, cheating, that compromises the trust. But not giving you attention. Say maybe we were talking on WhatsApp and the conversation were going well. You were replying fast and you were not blue ticking me. Now you're blue ticking me, and I'm no longer getting the attention. The trust is fading away slowly but surely. So eventually, it's gonna go away.
All right. So here's the thing. There's a thing that we love in relationships, and that is communication.
Communication.
Yes.
And if there's bad communication, then trust is broken, right?
Yeah.
So now I want us to look into the benefits of good communication and bad communication and how it affects trust.
Okay.
I think that bad communication, it's definitely when you don't say what you mean, where you don't address things immediately, and when you say things after you've bottled them up, because they come from a place of anger.
Yeah, they pile up.
Yeah. Exactly. So by the time you're saying what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you're just angry and done.
Yeah.
True.
And I do believe that affects trust, because why are we addressing something today if it bothered you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Why aren't you? Clearly, if you're telling me this now and you didn't tell me then, it's because you don't trust me enough with the emotion.
Exactly.
If you're not open with what your thoughts, whether even if it's me, if I did something or said something that offended you, you should be able to come to me and tell me. But if you don't, that means you don't trust me with the truth. You think maybe I'm too fragile or vulnerable, and I won't react. I won't take it some way. So that affects trust a lot.
Which means communication is something that we have to also need to be mindful of.
100%,
We need to be very mindful of
100%.
communication.
Yeah.
Either you're a bad communicator or a good communicator.
Yeah.
You need to know that and you need to fix that. Now let's move on to transparency. We need to be transparent.
Yeah.
And if we're not transparent, often trust is broken.
In
What
a
are your thoughts on
relationship,
that?
it's very important not to keep secrets.
Yeah.
It's a question of how deep do you trust your partner. The more secrets you keep, the more we know that the breach of your trust is not that firm.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep secrets to someone that you trust that much. You know what I mean? So for me, transparency is very important. It's very important to be open. The first person that you trust with your personal issues should be your partner. Who else are you going to disclose all those issues to?
Yeah.
Who else are you going to ventilate on? Who else are you going to cry on their shoulder? If you don't cry on your base shoulder. So for me, transparency is everything.
You need to look like a glass, transparent. We need to see through you, but only your partner, not everybody.
Only your partner.
Now let's speak about reliability. Oh my God, this is something that is very important.
Yes.
At one point, if I can't rely on you, it means I don't trust you.
It won't work.
So let's talk about reliability. How important is it for us to be reliable sources in this relationship?
100%. I need to know that if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you need to do it. If you're gonna be here at 10, 5, whatnot, you need to be here at 10. And if not, then at least let me know. Okay, I won't make it at this time because this happened, or I'll be there later or earlier or whatever. But I think also, if I tell you something in confidence, I expect you to keep that to yourself.
To yourself.
You know what I mean?
The trusted one. Keep it to yourself.
Exactly. Also, being vulnerable. I need to be able to be vulnerable too.
True.
Then you have to be a reliable individual for me to open up to you like that.
All right. Now it leads on to punctuality. She spoke about if you say you're gonna be here at 9, at least 2 minutes before 9 be here.
Well, you make it sound so professional. Otherwise, we're not gonna have fun in the relationship.
We're not gonna have
I'm
fun.
just saying, am I going to a job interview or am I going to meet with Bay?
But let's remember this. What's for me? I want to ask you guys these. What's more important, to come into the meeting and discussing how you are, or to come into the meeting and being yelled at? It's like, so why did you come 2 minutes late? You should have been here about 4 minutes ago. Which one is better?
Well,
Okay.
Which one is better? Like, do you want to come in and discuss why you are here late, or you say,
obviously,
how are you doing?
I don't expect her to mother me, to yell at me that I didn't make it on
But
time.
if you would minutes
But
late.
what I want is that we set the record straight away from the scratch. You know what? Let's be
Punctuality.
punctual. At least if you're not punctual, just come maybe 2 minutes later, not 1 hour later. I'm there waiting.
But I think, in all fairness, guys, life happens.
Life happens.
So if I said I'm going to be there at 9 and I'm there late, at least I should text you and tell you, okay.
True. Communicate. It goes back to good communication.
I wouldn't mind if you come late.
Exactly.
If you just told me that you're running late,
exactly.
then I know it's fine. I'll wait. Don't worry. But you don't tell me. You don't. I call. You don't answer. You do nothing. So am I supposed to just wait
And assume.
and not? But I don't know
And
what's
be a
happening.
sidekick.
Like so I it's beyond being punctual, like being there on time as an interview. For me, that's not the actual issue. But you just need to
communication.
And then where's the respect if you don't show up one time and you say nothing?
Exactly.
It goes to show
you don't
that,
value me.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
That is very true. Now, it goes back to something that I want to ask in conclusion of this conversation, right? In most occasions,
Most occasions.
if you have to go out on a date with your girlfriend or your wife or your
Boyfriend.
mainly girlfriends. So you're supposed to you're supposed to pick her up at 7. Are you aware that in most occasions you'll park there by 6:58 and you'll only leave there by 7:30? Are you aware? Why is punctuality being so abused in most occasions whenever you have to be picked up? I know a scenario whereby I had to pick someone up. It was for school reasons. We were like traveling together, and every morning I'd literally be there for like 5 minutes waiting for them.
You're used to it.
And I was getting used to it. It was not good, but it was like, it was a norm. I mean, so why does this often happen?
I think for ladies' side, I think they've got just so much to do on their faces.
But